Hi, welcome to the Hudson County Chamber Women of Commerce Inspire Her series, where women like you share their stories and their business journeys to inspire other females with their own aspirations and to find their purpose. I'm Diana Pombo, your host today, and I'm very excited to have with me on the show Evelyn Mercado. And before we dive into our interview, I just want to tell you a little bit about Evelyn. So Evelyn is the Director of Community Programs at Hope's Community Action Partnership Incorporated, a regional nonprofit organization providing a wide range of education and economic empowerment services to the low-income communities of Hudson, Somerset, and Union counties. In this capacity, Evelyn oversees all of the organization's community programs, assisted transportation, health and wellness, benefits, enrollment, healthcare, navigation, financial education, workforce readiness, and other initiatives that support self-sufficiency among youth, adult, and seniors. For the past 21 years, as a member of Hope's management team, Evelyn has supervised staff teams that work across these various programs and obtained various certifications in areas of adult education, financial literacy, housing counseling, tax preparation, and healthcare enrollment, to name a few. Prior to joining Hope's, Evelyn worked for the North Hudson YMCA. Evelyn is a lifelong resident of Hudson County. She is bilingual in English and Spanish and holds a bachelor's degree in social science history from Thomas Edison State University. Welcome, Evelyn.
Thank you for having me.
So happy to have you here today.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Pretty excited, but a little bit of nervous. Okay. Nervousness here.
Well, what a fulfilling career you have. And you're so proud of your role at Hope's. You're always saying how much you love what you do. Can you share with us your passion for what you do?
Sure.
With these communities?
Absolutely. I'm a product of the Hoboken Housing Authority, so it's always been a passion of mine to help families who are in need of services and resources in an effort to, continue living and being self-sufficient. So when I started working for Hope's, it was the perfect match because I knew that I wanted to help the people of my community, which at first it was just going to be working with the Hudson County families, but then it expanded throughout the years. It just makes my heart happy. I'm a true believer that if you love what you do, you're never working a day. So my agency is just an agency that I'm really proud of, and I love the services we offer.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I'm sure that you've touched so many lives along the way. Is there a special moment, a person, a family that you've helped throughout your journey, your business journey with Hope's, a story that you can share with us?
Yeah. Well, a lot of families have touched my heart as well. It's not only me helping them, and they help me as well. But I have a young lady, and I'll say her name is Sandra. She is a little younger than I am, but she's a product of the Hoboken Housing Authority as well. She had many trials and tribulations growing up, and then she had to deal with some demons. She came to me about maybe 18 years ago at the lowest point of her life. She was very ill. She had to take back her strength because she was dealing with substance abuse. She started coming to me. I started mentoring her. We started helping her with computer skills, and then she decided to enroll in school. Since then, she has become very devout in her religion. She is a pastor, and she just finished her degree, her bachelor's degree in psychology, and then this August, actually now, she just started her master's. So she's one of the individuals that I really am so passionate about, because if I was able to have some type of impact in her life, I know I could have a lot of impact in other people's lives.
Amazing, amazing. And, something that you have shared with us, you are a domestic violence victim at some point in your life. You are a survivor. What is it that makes you want to share your story to raise awareness and help someone else survive, domestic violence?
Well, I don't like the term victim. I'm a survivor. Yes, I endured domestic violence for many years. I grew up in a generation and in a culture that it was just stigmatic to talk about any type of abuse. And I'll be honest with you, I've learned throughout the years that you need to speak about it because there's somebody out there that needs to hear the words and the suffering that you've been through. I have a strong group of women who have really always been by my side, but most of all, my daughter Gabriella has been somebody that has inspired me to speak my story, to not keep it quiet, to help individuals. So that was a lot of years of trauma, both physical, mental, and psychological, but I've overcame. I'm a survivor. I'm strong. And I will never undo that again. But I just, I know that this made me a stronger woman, a stronger leader in my community. And I just pray that I could help other women. And not only women, because men go through domestic violence as well. Absolutely. So I just want to be that voice that helps you navigate through it and know that you could come out of this and shine.
Absolutely. I myself was a domestic violence victim. I know Evelyn doesn't like the term victim, so a survivor. So, I connected with Evelyn on so many levels with that and hearing her story, because for me, it's always been a taboo subject to talk about. It still kind of is. Like, I still am not able to open up about it, the way Evelyn has. So, I think it's so needed. It's so important for other women to hear these stories and to inspire other women to know that you can get out of it. Yes. And, there's so much better out, like, know your worth, and there's so much better out there for you. Absolutely. So really appreciate Evelyn and her sharing her story with us, and so many others. So you recently were awarded the WOC Women of Commerce Ambassadress of the Year. So for
quarter
of the quarter of the first
hopefully
quarter,
the year soon
of the quarter of this year. Correction. The ambassadresses, they represent the women of commerce, and they have other females come to our events, and they promote us. So thank you very much for being a part of it. Evelyn is also in our mentoring program, which is ongoing right now. So Evelyn, tell our audience about your experience with the Women of Commerce and, being a part of both of these programs and what you have gained from it, the connections you have made, and tell us your experience.
Okay. So I've been very honored to meet Jordania Rodriguez, you, and Melissa. You guys have been an amazing group of strong mentors yourselves, and you don't give yourself enough credit because you are true, you are honest, and you really do love what you do. But through the Women of Commerce, I've been able to meet other amazing women who are strong, who are positive, and who just love to help each other out. I was also blessed with being a mentee, and my mentor is Elizabeth Liacci Fanelli, and I probably mixed up her last name, but Elizabeth knows that I am so honored to have her as my mentor. She has been an individual who has inspired me to make my dream come true. As Diana mentioned earlier, I am someone who has endured domestic violence, and for as long as I can remember, I wanted to do something that was going to bring the stigma out. It was going to help people with people that endure domestic violence with resources that can help them overcome it. So I was able to plan and work with my friend Elizabeth, and now I have a name for my 501c, which I am opening, and I also have a logo. So I'm really proud because it's little steps, but I will have all my paperwork in by December 31st because that's my personal goal. And like I said, I love my agency, and I've been doing it for 22 years, But I want to start my own 501c as it pertains to domestic violence. I'm not trying to compete with the wonderful programs that are out there, like Women Rising or anything. I'm just trying to assist individuals and let them know that there's someone out there, and we're here to help whenever they're ready, because you can't help anyone unless they're ready to get help. So it's because of you guys at the Women of Commerce that I've been able to do this and become a stronger leader, a stronger professional, and a more devoted individual. So I thank you.
Thank you for your kind words. And really, I mean, no competition out there, because I feel like there's such a need
Yes.
for, women in these situations, or men in these situations, domestic violence, even children. I mean, what about the children that live in these homes? So it's so needed.
Yes.
So I applaud you for, starting this because you've been there. And what better way for a victim to come in with somebody that really understands and knows what they're going through, they're going through. Sometimes victims are looked at, just the same way as the abuser. And, it's really, people don't realize and they don't know what these victims are going through and how hard it is to get out of that situation. So I applaud you. I look forward to seeing all the great things that you're going to be doing.
I'll try.
It's amazing. So with that being said, I mean, you have your career at Hopes, and you do a lot of work for them. You have these goals. So tell us about your balance with your personal life.
Oh my God, it's so difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. It's one of the most difficult things in my life, but I have a great sense of humor. So I try to laugh through things even when I'm mad. And it honestly is something that's been helping me. I'm not as organized as I want to be in my life, but I do understand that I have to make sure that I'm meeting things that are, with immediate deadlines, and understanding that I need to focus and prioritize on what is important. COVID actually taught me that we need to also make time for ourselves and the people we love in our lives. So I do a lot of work within the agency. I also am a co-chair for the Hudson County Community Network Association. But those are things, like I said, I love. So in a way, while they're professional things, they're also personal, because I feel it in my heart when I do it. I'm passionate about it. So honestly, it's just a way of always find what you find happy in your life, keep you centered, laugh a lot, speak a lot, be honest about who you are, and always have your Dunkin' Donuts, because that's what makes me happy.
So Duncan keeps Evelyn running.
It sure does. I know, really it does, and it helps me in my life a lot. So besides having a good sense of humor, in order to balance my personal and my professional life, like I said, just always prioritize what's important and what's not. And always remember that you have family, and COVID taught us that we need to endure them and love them and just show them how we appreciate them.
Yes, absolutely. Life is precious. Thank you, Evelyn. It's such an honor and a privilege to have you as part of the WOC and have you in our lives. You inspire us. Just as you say, we inspire you. You definitely inspire us.
Thank you.
So, tell us, the audience, what is next for Evelyn Mercado? Where do you see yourself? I know you put a deadline on, the organization kicking off. Where do you see yourself in a few years?
Well, I want to, like I said, I want to start my 501c, understanding that, it's going to take time to grow it. But the agency that I work for has helped me understand the process of nonprofit. So that's been really helpful for me. So eventually, I do want to be doing that full time. I do want to be working with I can't say women, individuals who are survivors of domestic violence. But I also just, honestly, I just want to live a happy life. I want to be at peace. I want to make sure that my children are growing happy and they're doing well in their lives, personally and professionally and financially. So what's going to happen is Evelyn's going to be out there doing her Dunkin' Donuts videos on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for a while. But also I'm going to, focus on my 501 as well as, other duties that I have at hand right now. But I think I'm going to do good, guys. It took me this long in life to realize that I am a strong woman. I was raised by a strong woman, so I should have known that for years, but it took me until my 40s to realize that I have what it takes to make it happen. So
Absolutely. So here's to strong women. May we know them, may we raise them, and may we be them. And Evelyn definitely is. I want to thank her for joining us here today, and I want to thank her for all the work she does in Hudson County and in other counties, and for having the courage and the determination to get this started, her organization, and I wish her all the best, and we're privileged to have her here today and in our lives. So thank you so much, Evelyn. Last chance, Evelyn. Last thoughts, plugs in.
I gotta listen. Like I said, Hopes is an agency that I love dearly. So I have to honestly talk about our jazz festival that's happening. It's our Community Action Partnership Jazz Festival. We're partnering with Gateway Community Action as well as Ocean Inc. And it's gonna happen on September 17th at the Hard Rock Hotel in Atlantic City. We're going to have so many amazing acts, and all funding that we raise through either sponsorship tickets goes straight to the services that we offer for the families that are in need in our communities. So Hopes, I am here for you. I'm always going to be here for you. And I just wanted to promote our jazz festival because it is for a good cause and a good time. Thank you.
Awesome. That sounds great. And follow the WOC Inspire Her series and go to HudsonChamber.org for our events and programming. Thank you.